Bonjour from my Paris apartment, de mon appartement à Paris. There's something important missing. It's very empty. C'est assez vide. It's the furniture, les meubles. So today we're gonna go to IKEA. We're also gonna go to a vintage market and we're gonna go find decorations and my furniture. So allons-y! Hey, which means bonjour en suédois, hello in Swedish, because nous sommes maintenant à IKEA ou in IKEA, donc allons-y. Il y a une ligne, there's a line that leads you all the way to IKEA, and right behind me is one of my other favorite parts, which is the food d'IKEA. I think c'est pas cher et c'est bon, so let's go and check that out. Ce que j'aime, what I like about IKEA is that they reenact all the rooms. Il y a toutes les chambres. So for example, we're in the first place. C'est l'entrée, the entrance. I'm actually really considering getting this parce que c'est super pratique. It looks super practical. Like see, they put their like keys here. Ils ont mis leurs clés. They put their sunglasses. They put leur sac. They put their umbrella, leur parapluie. I think it's stuff that you add on after, mais ça, a l'air super sympa. Also, having a mirror in the entrance, ce serait bien to do outfit check. And also, I really like that it really feels like a home. So here it said it's 35 mètres carrés, which means 35 meters squared. On rentre dans la chambre, we go into the room. I mean, it's not huge parce que c'est Paris, it's Paris. So here we have a single bed with extra storage. Under, you can put your blankets. Here you have more storage. And here is the closets. For the closets, kind of thinking of going more for a sliding one. Let me know if you prefer like ones that you open or ones that you slide. But yeah, this one is quite cheap compared to all the other brands. It's 380 euros, 380 euros. La prochaine salle, c'est la cuisine. It's the kitchen. So wow, this is actually kind of my dream kitchen. Cuisine de rêve. Like there's such good cupboards that are en verre, in glass, so you can like see exactly what you have inside. There's lighting inside. Wow, there's such a nice kitchen. And then you have a nice lavabo, old school vintage style. And over there is the living room, but we're not gonna go there because there are people assis dans le canapé, sitting in the couch. But overall, yeah, I really like the design that they do and that they give us real life examples. Ici, c'est le frigo. They put all the Tupperwares. I think these Tupperwares are also super cute. Only 3,50 €, only 4,50 €. Yeah, so nice. Wow, this is their new collection, leur nouvelle collection that's called Stockholm. Ça a l'air super confortable, but 900 euros, 900 €, pas donné, quite pricey. Look at this, une vraie cuisine, my dream kitchen, ma cuisine de rêve, with an amazing fridge, et aussi avec un comptoir with a counter, and also avec un four, an oven. And everything is pastel pink, tout est un peu rose. Wow, j'aime beaucoup. C'est mon rêve, it's my dream to have like a kitchen. I think they call it an island kitchen. So t'as la partie cuisine, and on the other side, et de l'autre côté, you have these high chairs, des chaises hautes. And with the chaises hautes, you have le salon. Like I really like the fact that it's all open. So quand t'es en train de cuisiner, while you're cooking here with your pot, you're making very nice pasta. You can talk with the people that are here. C'est trop bien. Let me see if the couch is comfortable. Ooh, c'est confortable. It's comfortable. Bien sûr, there is an apéro setup avec la bouteille de vin with the bottle of wine. Et ici, la terrasse de mes rêves, the terrace of my dreams. It's the only thing that's not missing in the amazing new Paris apartment. C'est le balcon, it's the balcony, but it would be so nice to have a Parisian balcony, boire son petit café, and look at all the Parisians and people watch. Do you have a balcony? Dis-moi dans les commentaires, let me know. I love how in all the rooms, dans toutes les pièces, there are people sitting in the couches. I think they're chilling / checking if it's comfortable or not. You know it's a Parisian apartment. Tu sais que quand c'est un appart parisien, quand il y a un canapé lit is like couch that's convertible bed. And so here it's un canapé 3 places. It costs $499, so 500 euros, 500 euros. But I feel like c'est très français. And it's also very practical because if you invite people, si tu invites des gens, they can stay over. But let me see si c'est confortable. Yeah, I think it's pretty comfortable. C'est assez confortable. Je suis sur une table de bar. I'm on a high table. I actually really like this for the kitchen, but I'm thinking pour travailler, to work, it might not be the most convenient. But honestly, for 50 euros la table and for 34 euros the chair, pas mal. I think I would consider it if it was a little bit more comfortable to work with on a laptop. What do you think? For the kitchen, should I go for une table haute, a high table, or for just a normal low table? We are officially dans un appartement parisien in a Parisian building, and it said that it was 23 mètres carrés, 23 meters squared. I think this is also the kitchen of my dreams, la cuisine de mes rêves. Have an open space here, you can cook, il y a un canapé, you can chat with the person you're cooking with. It's also very artsy. Like if you look on this side, there's a lot of frames. Il y a beaucoup de cadres with lots of artwork. There's cozy lighting. Lighting plays such a big role. La lumière joue une grosse partie, so light is very important. Il y a le micro-ondes that's integrated into the kitchen. Ah, it's so nice. Oh, this is cute too, with the toaster and the coffee machine. Let's check the rest of the 23 meters squared Paris studio. So, la salle de bain, it's very easy. Yeah, les toilettes, very close. And la douche, the shower. In my place, there's a bathtub. Il y a une baignoire, which is super lucky. But I really like this big mirror, ce grand miroir. And I like ce rangement, this organizer. I think it would be good to have an organizer like this. And après la salle de bain, after we have the room, la chambre, which is un lit superposé, a bed on top of a desk. Honestly, for a Parisian studio, 23 mètres carrés, they really optimized the space. Ils ont optimisé l'espace. And I really like it. Pour les épices, for the spices, see, there's only a petite plaque de cuisson, so a very small one, just for one thing. But I think it has everything you need, honestly. Very well arranged, 23 mètres carrés, 23 meters squared. For la cuisine, for the kitchen, I'm looking for un meuble, a furniture où je peux préparer, where I can prepare the meals, mais aussi pour ranger des choses, to organize and have and store things. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? What do you think of this for la cuisine? I'm thinking this et juste à côté une petite étagère, maybe a little shelf that I can put the sauces and all the extra foods. But I like it because it's perfect height pour préparer à manger. Speaking of manger, maybe we can go to the eating part of IKEA. Depending on the room that we click, la lumière, the lights, and la musique change. C'est trop bien. So here we are à table to eat. On va cliquer sur Lafenestre. And before we talk about that, I want to thank Lingoda for sponsoring today's video. If you haven't heard about them, Lingoda is an online language school offering 24/7 live classes with native level teachers. Their small groups focus on real life themes, which is perfect if you're trying to learn a language fast. I really like how flexible and convenient they are because c'est super pratique, it's super practical, you can pick your times, and that's what I really like about them. I've actually just started learning learning Spanish myself because I want to go to travel to Spain, perhaps in the near future. Also because one of my closest friends in Lyon is from Panama and I would love to chat with her in Spanish. Honestly, I think learning a language is such a beautiful way to get to know culture and get to know the people, and there's no age limit to start. I was actually really torn between picking Italian or picking Spanish, so est-ce que j'ai fait le bon choix? Did I do the right choice? Well, anyhow, Lingoda makes it really easy to start either way. I really like how their classes are tailored to different levels and different goals, which I really appreciate. They also run these seasonal challenges like the Lingoda Sprint and the Lingoda Super Sprint, which is essentially really making language a daily habit and really sticking with it and learning a language fast. It's a 2-month challenge where you either take online classes with the Super Sprint daily or every other day with the sprint. The sprint actually includes 15 classes per month, so that would be 30 classes for 60 days, 2 months, while the super sprint doubles that, so it's 60 classes for 60 days, 1 class per day. I really like how you get small classes, maximum 5 personnes, maximum 5 people. You get a lot of speaking time, and also you get personal feedback from the native level teacher, which is super useful. And after you complete every class, you can even get 50% cashback, or you can get free classes. It's super motivating. So if you're serious about your language goals, definitely go check them out. You can use the link that I just put there to get 20% off on your sign-up fee, and you can also get an additional 20 euros, 20 euros with my code FrenchWithElle. Now, back to the video. So here we are à table to eat. On va cliquer sur la fête, which is party. This is definitely party. C'est définitivement la fête. And we're gonna have also concentration, which is pour travailler, to work. Okay, dim lighting, concentrated. And we have éclairage adaptif, which means it adapts to you to have better sleep. So I wonder what that is. Oh, so it's really like it depends on when is sunrise. I guess you have to program it. Encore une chaise haute. La cuisine de mes rêves. Kitchen of my dreams. All of the kitchens here are amazing. This kitchen, c'est plus le bois et le noir, so the theme is wood and like dark color. Je réfléchis à faire installer ça. I'm thinking about like installing a cupboard like that. C'est une super manière de ranger. Great way to organize your things. Mais it's crazy. We were in a little 23 meters Paris studio over there. Et ici, dans une cuisine, it feels like Disneyland for adults. Wow, look at this mirror, ce miroir. If I click this, si j'appuie ça, I can control like how bright it is. C'est une lampe applique à LED. I think pour la salle de bain, for the bathroom, it would be pretty cool. I've never had like LED lightings like this. Ça peut être très bien. We are entering, nous rentrons la rue des rêves, which means the street of dreams, because all of the bedrooms look super dreamy. Look at this, cette chambre, so cozy, like a little cocoon. Again with my pegboards, maybe it's a sign I should really get it. Wow, look, c'est mon appartement. That's the view to my place. Non, je rigole, I'm joking. I wish that was the view. But this is a 13-meter squared room. With bed and breakfast. Wow. Petit déjeuner dans le lit. It's very Paris. Pour les lampes, for the lamps, I'm gonna get this one. It's the Fatal model parce que c'est très bien. Je pense que sur une étagère on a shelf, it would look really cool. What do you think? I think I'm gonna buy this one. Nous rentrons dans la partie armoire. We're going into the closet section. Parce que j'ai besoin d'une armoire, I need a closet. So I'm gonna look at all les différents types d'armoires, all the different types of closets that they have. Bien sûr, encore des miroirs, more mirrors. Maybe it would be nice to have a mirror also dans l'entrée et dans la chambre. Je cherche une armoire. Wow, some of them are really massive. And I didn't know les armoires coûtaient si cher. They're so pricey. Like this one is 350 euros, so 350 euros. I mean, there's a lot of, il y a des tiroirs aussi. I overheard someone said, hello, can you follow me to the kitchen? Like, because there's a whole kitchen section and it feels like a big labyrinth house. Mais est-ce que je vais trouver mon armoire? Am I gonna find my closet? After looking at all of les armoires, the closets, I think this is the one I like the most. Parce que j'aime bien les portes coulissantes. I like doors, sliding doors. What about you? Do you prefer the ones that you open or the ones that you slide? J'aime beaucoup celle-ci. It's huge though. I don't think I need one this big. So if I press go up, it automatically goes up. Wow! Et ça se transforme, it transforms into a standing desk. And now I just put my laptop here, mon ordi, et c'est parfait. I've never had a stand-up desk. It's always been a dream. Do you have a stand-up desk? Est-ce que t'as un rehausseur bureau? And then si je veux m'asseoir, je m'assois, I sit, and I press it. Wow! I'm sold. J'en veux un. I want one. Après les bureaux, after the desk, we're gonna go to my most favorite section, ma partie favorite, which is la cantine IKEA, the canteen où il y a à manger. I actually really want a snack, donc on va manger un pivot. Allons-y. Deux végétales? Oui. Puis deux cinnamon roll, cannelle. Comment ça s'appelle? Cannelle.
Pas cannelle.
Ok.
Mais c'est pareil, c'est
Ok.
Deux végétales, deux
deux végétales, deux pas cannelle.
Ok.
Personne suivante, s'il vous plaît.
On va goûter leur hot dog végétal, so they're plant-based meat. I usually take le hot dog aux légumes, the vegetable hot dog. Pas mal. So fun fact is the first hot dog I ever had in France, c'était à IKEA, because I did not grow up with hot dogs. And I'm wondering, like, for you, is it a normal food that you usually eat? Parce qu'en France, in France, c'est pas très commun, it's not too common. So just these days of going to IKEA quite a lot, I'm eating sometimes hot dogs and also the very famous Swedish cinnamon rolls. But these are typical foods that I don't usually eat à Paris. So la cuisine d'IKEA, IKEA cuisine, makes me travel. Bon appétit! I hope you enjoyed our visit at IKEA Paris. Honestly, I fell in love with the pegboard et les lampes and the lights. It was so cool. There's still some furniture left. Il y a encore des meubles, so let's continue searching. Allons-y. Now I went to a furniture designer market, and it's so cool because they're only a few times a year in different places in Europe, and it happened to be at Paris, not far from Ile Saint-Louis. And it was so cool because there were really unique designer pieces from furniture from the 20th century, but also from, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I really liked the different chairs that I saw and also the other types of furniture. I thought it was great inspo. Mei also had such a great time because she made a few friends. It was also interesting to see this IKEA shelf sold here as well because we just came from there. And I really loved the chairs, like whether they were the desk chairs, les chaises de bureau, or the chairs for the living room, les chaises pour le salon, or the chairs for working, and I think it's a great place to get inspiration. And the fact that it's a market, open air, it's super easy to talk to the sellers and to kind of compare the prices. The thing is, the fact that they are designer pieces makes it not the cheapest because they're, unique pieces that date from the 60s, 70s, 80s, or even older, and they're only one of a kind. I fell in love with wooden desks as well as chairs to put in the living room. and this tall lamp. But the thing is, c'est pas donné, it's not given, it's not cheap. So I think it's gonna be more for inspo for the moment, and perhaps in the future, if I can, I would love to invest in good designer furniture pieces, because I really love to have a creative space, and it really gives me a lot of comfort thinking that I put thought into the place I live in. I also really like these colorful couches. They were designers that are actually based in France, and I tried the chair. It was called Pilote de chasse, which is like funny because it also means like jet pilot plane. Et c'était super confortable. It was so comfortable. And I really like these lamps. I fell in love with this like pink lamp qui avait un coquillage that had a shell. But unfortunately, the second one had been sold, and I think it would have been really cool to have matching ones. I was also looking at different types of coffee tables because the coffee tables were super unique. Overall, all the furniture was so amazing. C'était un peu en dehors de mon budget, a bit higher than my budget, 400 euro the chair or 800 euro the chair. Not there yet, but it was a great experience and also made me think how I can reorganize my space and perhaps keep in mind for the future. We are the next day. Nous sommes le jour d'après. We're gonna go to a Marché aux Puces, which is a flea market in le sud de Paris, in the south of Paris, at the border between in Paris and la périphérie, which is the outskirts. Let's go check out the flea market. Allons-y. Bonjour. Elles viennent d'où les assiettes
Du français.
Oui, parfait.
Et, la Lorraine et le nord de la France.
Ok, la Lorraine et le nord de la France, ouais. Ouais, parce qu'il y en a qui sont vraiment très sympas. Ils ont plein de choses. They have so many things. They have the cocotte for cooking, la cuisine. They also have un moulin à café. So this looks like an original one. Et c'est marqué les prix dessus. And you can also see where it comes from if you look under. Wow, c'est trop bien. And he was saying it comes from different regions in France. Plein de régions. Wow, ils ont même des vieux livres. They have old books. Like les cathédrales de France, so of course Notre-Dame. Mais c'est des très vieux livres, very old books. Et il y a aussi les châteaux de France, the castles of France. Wow, c'est vraiment des livres vintage, like the real vintage books. Trop intéressant, so interesting to live through the history of Paris, l'histoire de Paris, à travers les marchés, through markets. Il y a aussi beaucoup d'artistes. There are a lot of different artists that are exposing their different artworks. C'est trop intéressant because you can share the story with them. You can ask them like what they do, where they got their artwork from. It's a perfect place also pour parler un peu français, to speak a bit of French. Wow, it's super cool. C'est super cool parce que c'est les anciennes affiches d'Air France, so the old posters of Air France that were conserved by a pilot. And so it's from like the 50s and the 60s. Et là, on a l'Europe. And here we have Paris. Bon, Paris n'a pas beaucoup changé. Paris didn't change much. Elles sont à 400 € l'affiche, so 400 euros poster. Bon, c'est cher, it's expensive, but it's very unique pieces. C'est des pièces uniques. J'aime beaucoup celle de Paris. I really like the Paris one. Notre-Dame, Tour Eiffel, Arc de Triomphe, Sacré-Cœur, Concorde. I don't know why there's a violoncelle, Champagne, La Rose. Paris. Oui, bonjour, je voulais juste savoir, la TR, elle est à combien
30 €.
30 €. Et elle vient d'où exactement? C'est quoi?
Ça, c'est d'un des baraques que j'ai vu. Tout un lot, c'est en étain argenté.
Ok. Ouais, elle est très originale.
C'est du 19e,
Il y a même des théières, there are teapots. Il y a des théières qui viennent de l'Asie, teapots that come from Asia. J'aime beaucoup le thé, I really love tea, donc j'aime toujours voir les théières. And the one we just saw earlier, he was saying it's from the 19e, which means 19th century, which c'est fou. There's so much choice, il y a beaucoup de choix. I'm pretty sure you can easily get lost and spend the whole day here. One of my favorite sculptors, mes sculpteurs préférés, c'est Rodin. And so we have a mini version of Rodin. I wonder how much it is. 75 €, 75. But it's made of bronze. C'est très beau. C'est un argentique, mais je sais pas de quelle année, quel modèle.
Le mot que vous avez dit, argentine?
Argentique, un appareil photo argentique. Argentique, ouais, genre ferme. Argentique.
C'est la marque?
Non, c'est le type d'appareil photo. J'en ai un.
J'en ai eu un et un jour, malheureusement, j'ai voulu voir ce qu'il y avait à l'intérieur.
Ah non, ça.
Alors, ça se développait tout de suite, c'était des développements.
Polaroid. C'est
oui,
Polaroid.
Il y a eu Polaroid et Kodak. Et à un moment donné, il y a eu un procès entre Polaroid et Kodak. Et je crois que c'est Polaroid qui a gagné le procès.
Ouais.
Et
Kodak a arrêté de les faire.
Et Kodak a été, non seulement il a arrêté, mais en plus il a été condamné à rembourser à tous les possesseurs qui présentaient l'étiquette qu'il y avait sur l'appareil.
Mais Kodak a failli tomber en faillite. Mais là, vu que les gens ils recommencent à faire de l'argentique, de ce type de photo argentique, maintenant. Et vous venez d'où? De quelle région?
Je suis niçois.
Oui, vous avez un accent du sud.
Je suis niçois, mais j'habite Paris depuis 50.
Mais vous n'avez pas perdu l'accent. Hein.
Eh ben, ça c'est gentil.
C'est fini, bien du marché, monsieur. À bientôt.
Bon, on aura peut-être l'occasion de se revoir.
Oui, peut-être.
Ben, écoutez, passez un bon week-end.
Merci vous aussi, bon week-end. Super cute, c'est un monsieur qui vient de Nice. He comes from Nice and ça fait 50 ans qu'il vit à Paris. It's been 50 years since he lives in Paris. Mais il n'a pas perdu son accent. He didn't lose his accent, not at all. Et il me disait qu'il aime beaucoup ce marché. He likes this market. Et il aime aussi la décoration unique. So for unique decoration, unique pieces. And he told me most of it, 99%, is authentique. Like when they say it comes from a year, des années 40, the 40s, des années 50, the 50s, it actually comes from that year. Ah, il y a un miroir. Il m'a parlé de Nice, because Nice, c'est une ville que je connais pas. It's a city I don't know yet. Et il m'a aussi parlé d'une autre ville, another city called Grasse, which is the capital du parfum. So perhaps I need to make a trip to Nice and to Grasse soon, because I would really love to discover those places. On continue à marcher dans le marché. We're continuing to walk in it. Il y a tellement de choses à voir. There's so many things to see. Il y a beaucoup de vendeurs. Il y a beaucoup de styles d'objets. Many styles of the objects. En plus, il fait beau, plus it's sun, donc c'est super. Nous sommes arrivés à la fin. We reached the end of the market. It goes a little further, but it's to say that I did see a lot of cool decorations and it was like seeing an open air museum, un musée à plein air. But there was not enough like furniture, des meubles and lamps, which is what I need at the moment. So I'm thinking perhaps I can explore other markets, des marchés aux puces, which are flea markets. Let me know if you want me to make a video about that, because il y en a plein à Paris, there are a lot in Paris, and perhaps we can find hidden gems in those ones. Dis-moi si vous voulez ces marchés. Tell me if you want to have those flea market videos, because I would love to explore those places in Paris. And now let's go back home. So this is the first part I'm very proud of. Je suis très contente de ce que j'ai fait, de l'entrée, what I did with the entrance. There's a lot more to do, but I'm super happy that I got to take you along with me today. We got to see how it is actually moving into a Paris apartment and how locals pick their furniture and how we pick our decoration. C'est beaucoup plus long que ce que je pensais. It's a much longer process than what I thought, and that's why if you have any interior designing tips, please let me know, because this is all new to me. I've usually been in fully furnished places, des endroits meublés, des appartements meublés, especially in Asia. It's very common to have like a very modern and furnished place. So it's really convenient, but aussi il y a moins de créativité. There's less creativity that we can do with the place, and I feel I want this place to be somewhere that inspires me a lot and that I can share my journey with you. So any tips would be welcome. And I know we're far into the video, but je suis une petite chaîne. I'm a very small channel, so it would mean a lot if you subscribe, because I really love sharing my life at Paris. Even though I love showing les monuments and I love showing the Paris neighborhoods, I think I also want to show you my vie, my current life at the moment. And this change of un emménagement is a big deal, because it's where I'm probably going to get most of my inspiration from, work from, live in. J'étais très contente. I was so happy to take you along with me today. If you want to see the future Paris apartment video series, I will be posting some more, so please subscribe and stay in tune for that. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments what you enjoyed about it. Je lis tout, I read everything. I'm so happy I got to take you along with me today. I hope to see you in the next Paris apartment video. Donc merci beaucoup et à bientôt!